Well, I'm just back from the gym and I've got to tell Gemma this story, but I thought you might be interested, so I'm telling you the story at the same time as I'm telling Gemma. So I was going for my run today and I got over that bridge on Duke Street.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and there was a fawn, a baby deer.
Wow.
Fighting for its life, swimming along. It was knackered. It must have come from miles away. It was the city. It's pretty much the city centre, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tiny little baby deer.
Wow.
And it was starting to struggle. It was, like paddling. So everyone was like phoning the RSPCA and said, "Oh, should we get a police launch out, or do we phone the, the fire service?" Everyone was frantic, and everyone was really worried for this deer. There's like an 8-foot drop. I'll try and put a thumbnail on the video. I took the photo on my phone of the. I had to go back after the fact because I didn't have my phone because I was running at the time. But yes, like an 8-foot drop. Like you can't get down to there. And but there was this one tiny little bit with like a little sort of sill, and this guy like climbed down this pipe. I mean, he risked his life. He could have died. And but the deer like came to him. As it was getting there, it like started like it looked like its legs were cramping, like it must have just gone miles and miles, and he managed to pull it out, and it was terrified. It was trying to get away. There's nowhere to go, and he managed to like calm it down. I gave my hoodie. I've not got a hoodie anymore, by the way.
You didn't want that anymore, really, did you?
Yeah, it was a Nike one. If it had been my Ethics and Antics one, I might have been a bit more begrudging with it. But it was only Nike, and we don't want that anyway. So the little thing was just sat there like shivering, and he was like trying to soothe it. And in the end, I said like, "Oh, maybe just keep it still and wait for the RSPCA or whatever. Like maybe they can." But against my better judgment, him and another guy, like he passed it up, and the other guy took it. It was kicking like hell, and it was screaming out like a little child. It was screaming out. All the girls there were covering their ears and saying, "No, I can't stand it." And that shows you human character. Like that guy risked his life for that little deer. Probably, I mean, I didn't ask, but probably, most people are meat eaters, or at least like vegetarian, if not, aren't they? It's about 2% of people, I think, are probably vegan by now.
Yeah.
It is growing. But none of those people wanted that deer to die. The girls were hysterical and covering their ears. The guy risked his life to save it, yet they're probably paying someone to murder. There's animals in queues right now in fear, waiting to be murdered, and they know what's happening. They know what a scream is. They know what a cry is. It's a universal language. You say, like, if animals could talk, like, they'd ask us to stop. Animals are talking, we're just not listening. So it's not human nature to kill animals. It's human nature to save animals, unless you were born a sociopath or a psychopath and you either don't care or you enjoy seeing suffering. And it can be, like, trained out of you. It can be desensitized. You can be, if it's culture that everyone, like, all the males in an area kill animals, like, it can kind of be bred out of you, I guess, like the compassion, the goodness. But there's none of us born as carnivores or omnivores that want to kill. If you look at an animal and you don't salivate and you don't want to bite its... No one was thinking, "Oh, wait till it drowns, fish it out, and then I'll roast it. Oh, some free venison." No one thought. Everyone was like, in a bad way. Anyway, I thought I'd tell you while I was telling Gemma, save myself telling the story twice. If you've enjoyed this... No, first of all, if you love animals, stop eating them and their secretions. And, follow your heart. If in your heart you don't want to see them suffer, you're already vegan. You just need to live to that. I didn't know that we didn't need to eat animals, but look at this meal I've got. Lentils and rice, 40 grams of protein there. So instead of eating a large chicken breast, which would be about 1/4 of the size or 1/5 of the size, I get to eat all this. I don't get any of the cholesterol, saturates. It's a decaying corpse. This is all food, and it's all just brimming with nutrition. And eat this stuff, make yourself well, save the planet, save the animals. Peace!